How you doing? How's everybody doing? You alright? If not, I hope this video finds you. So sit down, relax, kick your feet up, sit by a fire. If you can't sit by a fire, if there's no fire available, watch a YouTube video. I heard they were pretty nice. And with that, let me relax those eardrums, because it's time for Manny's Smoking Saturdays. Now, I know that intro was a little bit different. I have been really set back with a whole bunch of life stuff, so I apologize. So, but I am back to make some more videos. I'm actually doing this on the Saturday that it's going to come out. So, it is one of those special episodes that it's actually coming out on the same day I record it, which is funny. I know I look hella crazy right now. That's okay. I don't care. Look crazy all I want. A lot of stuff happened in the last 2 weeks. A lot of stuff has happened. And let me tell you something. Those things were not good. Kevin Conroy passed away, and then afterwards, Jason David Frank passed away. Really big people, part of my childhood, part of my life. You know, Kevin Conroy being the Batman, one of the greatest voice actors for Batman. There are other voice actors for Batman, but he will always be the one and only, right? You can't picture anybody else as Batman. You just can't. There's no way. I wouldn't. I can't do it. So you can't replace somebody like that. Somebody's so amazing. And I think a week later, a fucking week later, or a little bit less than a week later, we lost Jason David Frank. Now, to a lot of people, this might not be a big thing. Just like Kevin Conroy, Jason David Frank is the Green Power Ranger, the White Power Ranger, the Red Power Ranger, the Black Power Ranger. He was a Power Ranger throughout my entire childhood and teenagehood and adulthood, because he came back as a Power Ranger when I was adult. He came out in, I think, Ninja Steel. I'm not too sure. It was a multiverse episode, and Jason David Frank had the Master Morpher, and he morphed into all four versions of himself, or 5 versions of himself. Hold on. No, I think it's 4. It's 4 versions. Sorry, guys. All 4 versions of himself: green, white, red, and black. My man was the king. Sad that he passed away. And how do you deal with something like that, you know? How you wake up in the morning and go, I'm okay with this. Especially after such a tragic death, and after after you learn about what happened and how he died, and just sucks. Even um, Kevin Conroy's death was such a tragic death as well. He didn't die a particularly happy death, you know. Well, I hope, they all, I don't know. I can't say for certain. Who's to say? Who I don't have the ability to know if he died with, you know. I can't even talk about it. That's how just crazy it is. But that's the shit that I kind of was like, I was feeling kind of down because one of my childhood stars was dead or died, and just him passing away, it was a little too much for me because I saw him, you know, when he started Power Rangers. He was a teenager. He just came out of high school. They all did. They don't look it, but they all did. Just came out of high school. And as he grew up as a teenager, we grew up as well, right? So let's say I was 5, 6 years old watching my Morphin Power Rangers. He was like, I'm scratching my belly, guys. I'm scratching my belly. I'm not scratching nothing else, nasties. Um, he was, we were like going into our teens. He was already in his 30s. And he was still a Power Ranger. You know, he was in, I think, as a teenager, he was in Dino Thunder, and he was a Black Ranger. And then after that, he was doing YouTube videos when we were in our early 20s. Scorpion versus Green Ranger, Ryu versus Green Ranger, or White Ranger. And then late 20s, he comes out as a Master Morpher, master veteran Legacy Ranger with the Master Morpher. Fighting as all four of his forms. And then he comes out in the Power Rangers movie. Him and Kimberly come out in the Power Rangers movie. You know, it's hard. It's hard to deal with some. Even if you haven't met the person, right, and you like pretty much watched them and enjoyed their content for years on end, you feel these feelings that you just can't like rub away. You can't just like go away. You know, it hurts. It's like a piece of you is gone and you can't get it back. That's okay, man. It's okay. Dealing with stuff like that is something normal we should deal with. Well, not should. We have to deal with in our life because tragic things are gonna happen. You know, people die unexpectedly, left and right, and it's almost impossible to know when. Well, because it's unexpected. And we're stronger individuals, right? We're stronger people for dealing with it. Uh, we learn from it. We learn from these deaths. We learn how to control our emotions and learn how to feel from these emotions and from these horrible moments in our life, you know. I just wanted to start off with that because I have been away for so long. I did a live podcast. I wanted to start off with why I was away. I also had some family problems I had to deal with. I'm still dealing with them, but I still wanted to do certain things. You know, I still wanted to do a podcast. I still wanted to do this. And live streaming is always easier than editing a video and then sending it out. You know what I mean? So, with that sad and somber opening, I want to change the mood. Oh, I got a water bottle down here. All right. With that sad and somber opening, I wanna change the topic, and I wanna go somewhere else. If that's okay with you guys, you know, ride a different train, ride the gravy train to Neverland. I want to dive a little bit deeper into conspiracy theories. I don't know. It's stuck in my head. Aliens. Let's talk about a little bit of aliens. Let's talk about aliens. I have just this like weird it's not a fetish. I don't know what that's called. It's like a weird addiction to aliens and like paranormal and all that. Aliens, in my honest opinion, exist. I believe in aliens. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your pop says. I don't care what your mama says, okay? Aliens exist. They have to exist. There's no way on this beautiful planet we live on and the extremely large universe that's out there that aliens don't exist. No way. There's no way in hell. There's no way in heck that aliens do not exist. No way. No way. I don't believe you. Nope. Can't make me believe that. Nope. Aliens exist. Aliens exist. I'm sorry, I'm fat, guys. Aliens exist, and I'll tell you why. There's no fucking way we live on this universe alone. I mean, that's proof enough alone should be our solar system. The space itself. There's no way in this vast universe that we live alone. Maybe they haven't found us yet. Maybe they already found us. Technology has advanced so far that I believe that we're going to find out in a very few amount of years. Maybe 10. Maybe 30. Maybe 100. But in the span of life, human life, that's a very short time. And with so many sightings in different areas, the Battle of LA or some shit like that, the Lights of LA, something like that, I forgot what it's called. And then you have crop circles. I know people bring that shit up all the time. Like, oh my god, crop circles though. Crop circles. Believe it, man. Believe those crop circles. How the fuck did they get there? You telling me that some fucking teenager decided to play fucking really big elaborate prank on fucking Jebediah on his fucking farm and stole like 50 of his cows and 2 of his chickens? Well, you tell me. Do you think that's fucking right? Do you fucking believe that? Yeah. First of all, Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? That those crop circles were made by somebody. That they got there overnight. Is what I'm saying. You believe that? Let me just ask yourself for a second. I'm not saying God doesn't exist. Because I know a lot of people tend to like, oh, but if aliens exist, that means God doesn't exist. There's no fucking way that God, an almighty being that you guys believe in, only made us. A lot of Christians told me that the Bible that we read now is not the only Bible that exists. There are several different fucking Bibles out there. And there's some that we haven't found. Apparently. I don't know. I'm saying, from what I've heard, there are other Bibles that have not been found yet. There are papers, letters, and history that we don't even know that exists. They'll probably turn the tables on Christianity, Catholicism, and all dominations on earth. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying... I'm sorry, there was a cigar butt in my mouth. But I'm saying, do you guys literally believe that there's no way that it's possible that God decided to make more than one? That God made Adam and Eve, but it also multiplied into something else. Maybe Adam and Eve wasn't the only things he created. Maybe Adam and Eve is a reference to something else. What if Adam and Eve is a test? What if Adam and Eve was a test? This is going to be a theory. A Bible theory. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get so canceled for this. But imagine this. That Adam and Eve was a test from a higher being, an alien. And Adam and Eve is from his DNA or its DNA. And he made something that's like him, but not completely like him. He made him in his image and made a female from him. And tested these two humans. And when these two humans failed the test, he threw them on a planet. Now here, I want you guys to seriously think about this. He sent two humans on Earth. Two humans on Earth to repopulate the entire world. Do you know how fucking big the world is? I'm pretty sure you know, you guys are smart. My audience is smart. How big the world is. Do you really believe Adam and Eve fucked so much that they made an entire planet full of people? There's no fucking way. The bloodline would have died maybe 30 decades in or something like that. That means they were fucking their sisters, man. And that's just not right. That's just not right. Fucking your sister. It's not. And then, all right, and get this. And then there's a whole bunch of I don't want to get into it, but I'll get into it just a little bit. It's a little bit of an inconsistency, right? With dinosaurs and cavemen, and then the whole Adam and Eve thing. Adam and Eve are the first humans, and they were intelligent. They knew how to talk. They knew how to write. So, what about Lucy? And what about all the other cavemen that came before her? And then the dinosaurs also play in the part too, because they never talked about dinosaurs in the Bible. At least I don't think so. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the Bible. I read the Bible a long time ago. and it was because my grandmother took me to church like every day. I mean every Sunday, and when I went to my grandmother's house, my aunt would make me pray and make me read stuff and whatnot. I'm not saying that the Bible is not real. I'm not saying that God is not real. I'm saying that there is a fraction of truth that is missing. The Bible is only telling you one story. There's a whole nother story that we're not seeing. And that's where aliens come in. Right? God is probably an alien. God is an alien, if you think about it. He's not human. He's not of this earth. He's an alien. What if he created life not only on Earth, but everywhere else? And he created life here, populated the world, and this being his human race, while he's populating other worlds. What if Mars was his first world? What if Mars was his first test, and the beings he did on that he made on that world killed each other, destroyed each other, made Mars uninhabitable planet? Because if you see, I think there's a whole bunch of science backing it, that there were fauna, greenery, lakes, and rivers in Mars, but now Mars is like a desert or something like that. Mars is like really fucked up, uninhabitable right now. But what if it was lush, green, rivers of water everywhere, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful home, and sorry. Sorry. And this totally like they totally killed each other, messed up the planet, terraformed it to a way that it's uninhabitable, and God was like, alright, I'm just gonna make 2 more and put them on this world. It's just a theory, right? Just a theory. Just an honest theory. Could be 100% wrong, and I could be spot on, and you don't even know it. But imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. And then let's talk about Noah's Ark for a second. Just for a second. We're gonna name this episode Bible Theories, Aliens Edition. Let's talk about Noah's Ark for a second. There is a theory, a running theory, that Noah's Ark is a spaceship. And remember in the Bible it says, I'm gonna get Noah, I want you to get 2 of each animal so it could repopulate whatever's left on Earth. And so, alright, cool. And then he does that. He gets every animal, humans, on that boat, insects and all, right? And they go on this ark, and he repopulates the earth with the animals. And what if? Well, the theory goes that Noah's Ark was a spaceship, and it was carrying the DNA of these animals and the human race as well, and that they were planted on Earth that way. Actually, a spaceship just carrying DNA. I mean, if God is real, then yeah, he would have had the power to give Noah so he could actually control these animals and have them be tame and just tame during these, not feral, just tame during this whole water, like this whole fucking Oh God! In my head, I'm thinking of what I need to say, but I can't say it out loud. But like the tsunami that wiped out like a good percentage of the Earth, right? But instead of that happening, it could have just been a spaceship that had DNA in it, and with that DNA, they just made new species. They made the species from that DNA, made human race from that DNA, and that could have been what happened. Again, it's just a theory. It's just a theory, guys. No need to attack me. No need to attack me, people who are very religious. You guys, please take this in stride. This is not an attack on the Bible. I personally don't believe in the Bible as much as I should. I believe in aliens more than I believe in God. But that is my own belief, and I believe in God enough, in my opinion. People in the comments are like, this guy needs Jesus. I'm not going to subscribe to this heathen. I am not an atheist. I am not a Satanist. Even though I found out about Satanism, and it's not even that bad. They don't do the things that people think Satanists do. They're actually very opposite. They don't. I mean, look up to what Satanists do. They're not like that. But besides the point, I'm not gonna go into 100% full detail on the Satanists. I think the Luciferians are the ones that you need to be worried about. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but there are people who do that nasty shit and disgusting. And if you guys do that, then that's not cool. If you guys, I don't want to get into full detail because I don't want this page to get demonetized. Actually, I don't get money anyway, so I don't even know why I care. But my thing is my content is more like good vibes and theories and just talking. And I know that I have this podcast here and I'm mostly by myself. And one of my friends is like, man, I feel sorry for you because you always talk about yourself. I wish I could be there. I was like, and I'm like, but I pride myself in talking and having a good time. Just talking to a camera and then having feedback with somebody who could talk to me back. I'm alright with that. That's perfectly fine. Call me a narcissist if you want. But I do that mainly because I'm one of those people that likes to hear what you have to say. If I had a guest or I'm a guest, I like to hear what that other person has to say. So I'm mainly quiet. So if I have no guest here, that kind of pushes my opinions forward, my voice forward. I need to learn how to get out of that bubble that I'm in, but I have very big social anxiety. I do not like talking to people, believe it or not. I'm looking at the camera right now, and I have extremely bad hat hair. Look at this. Look at this hair. Look at this hair. What the fuck is going on there? My beard is on. I love my beard though. Yeah. Full-fledged beard going on right there. Sexy. But besides the point, which we'll call it. Back on is we might have to open up another cigar for you guys because, come on, we only got to 30 minutes now, but I think I could stretch this out. Put this here for now. I believe that I don't necessarily believe Adam and Eve. I don't believe in that story. I think that's just stretching the imagination just a little bit, and it's kind of like it's stretching your what is that called, the disbelief thing. It's like really going out of bounds, in my opinion. There's also a theory that well, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. Nah. But while we're on that, right? We have the aliens. We have Noah. It might be a spaceship. We have God might have created life on different planets, and this might be just one of those planets. and he just put a Bible out there. He made a religion, and so on and so forth. And it's possible, because there's a bunch of religions out there that I'm not gonna name, that were made by people that people just started believing because they believe that one man or woman. There are many religions that are made by one person, and he or she had a whole bunch of followers that believed in the same thing because they believed in that one man or woman. Who's to say that that same thing didn't happen a long fucking time ago, and the religion Christianity, Catholicism, I'm sorry, my tongue, and all these other religions didn't happen that way, and they were just made from somebody's dome. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's true. What I'm saying, there's a slight chance that might be the truth, because there's no proof that God exists. God is like air, right? God is like air. How do you prove that air is there? It's not here. You can't grab it with your hands. You can only breathe it, right? That's all you can do. There's not one way you can believe it, but we have on our own tender in the US, as far as I know, that says behind it, "In God we trust." You know what I mean? I think it's the proper hair for this. It's conspiracy theory time. All I need is the blackboard, the whiteboard behind me with the dots connecting each other. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need, guys. That's all I need. I believe that aliens have been covered up. I kind of believe that. I believe that we met them once before and we covered them up. I believe the world is not ready for aliens, and I don't think there will be a point in time where aliens will be ready. We will be ready for aliens. I think as humans, we have grown. We will have to see aliens, and the generation after us will learn how to accept aliens, because they will be in their life, normally. Us now, this generation, our generation before, we see aliens, we will panic. We'll oh my God, aliens, right? But I feel like the generation after will understand, will be more welcoming, and I feel like with religion and all that instilled in us, we won't actually be able to fully comprehend the idea of another life contradicting what we all know and read every day. I mean, some of us will. Some of us will be like, "Oh yeah, aliens exist. Oh, what the fuck you talking about? Aliens exist. Of course aliens exist, right? It has to be." I feel like most of the population will kind of freak out. So we tend to cover it up. And I believe that technology boomed because of aliens. I feel like we've learned something from them, because in about 30 years of my life, we went from CRTVs to TVs that are this fucking size, right? Right? This thin. This thin. My monitor right here is yeah. My monitor is that thin. My monitor is this thin. We had TVs that were fucking this huge in the back. Now we got TVs that are this thin. I know it sounds weird for me saying it because my speech is kind of a little weird, but yeah, that's crazy. We had a technology boost, right? Like boom, like our phones. These guys right here, that are computers. These guys are computers. Right now, this guy right here, I could fucking watch Netflix on this phone, and then put Netflix down, right, on a little section of my phone, and then put Hulu on the top and watch both at the same time. We went. We boomed, dude. We boomed. We boomed hard. So I got my coffee. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love the smoke. If you guys are wondering what my coffee mug is on, it's a tree stop from my job. I had to leave work early today because of my hand. It's kind of swollen right here. From this hand, I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, you could kind of tell. But yeah, this one is swollen, so I'm like trying not to hold too much stuff. And I'm going to the hospital today or tomorrow morning, and I'm not gonna be able to go to work tomorrow because I can't really lift anything. Like this, lifting this is fucking hard because this shit hurts. But I think I just like sprained it or something. Not sprained it, but it just puffed up, and I can't really touch this one. So I would have to like push this finger to the side and lift up with only 4 fingers. Just be like, extremely difficult. But yeah, man. I forgot what the fuck I said last. My mind went and just left. Hold on, I'll get it back. Okay. But yeah, we came from oh, you know what? What's right in front of me? My VR headset. This doesn't need to be plugged into a computer. This is a technological marvel. I can play a VR game with this headset. No computer connected. Don't need to connect this to a computer or anything. Everything runs from inside here. And the games look fucking beautiful. And they actually make you feel like you're in the game. It's marvelous. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Dude, you can do so much with this headset. And it actually makes you feel like you're there. And I'm just gonna, so video games, right? You get to shoot people, and you feel like you're actually there. Some people don't like it. Some people actually like to do the real thing, which is totally understandable. But I kind of don't want to fight zombies in real life because I think I'll die probably first. But this 10 years ago, or maybe even less than that. No, I think about 10, maybe 8 to 10 years ago. This was bigger, like maybe like this size, black, and you had to connect it to the computer. And you needed motion things all around your room so it could capture where you are. You don't need that shit with this. All you need is this and these 2 controllers. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's how far our technology went. You can even do more than that if you're into that nasty stuff. I'm looking over here because that's where I can see what my face and what I'm recording. So if I'm constantly looking over here from you to here to you, I'm just looking to making sure I'm capturing everything and making sure I'm in frame because I like to do that. Make sure I'm in frame and stuff. But yeah, like it's crazy how far we've come as humans. So I kind of believe that we've had a little bit of help. We had to have. You know what I mean? I understand human ingenuity. Ingenuity. I know we have that. I know we're smart sons of bitches. We are. But the way we went and got so much smarter from this point to this point, it is fucking miraculous. Because we have TVs that are thin as paper now. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking weird. It's crazy. And this is the technology that's just available to the regular American people. Or not American, I'm sorry, I said American. The regular society. I'm pretty sure rich people got some shit that you won't even dream of. Cause they got that guap, that money that'll get you anything. I mean, let's talk about the fact that that we had an incident back in the, I think, the 60s or 70s. I forgot. I don't know. My facts are a little messed up because I don't look at them, right. I don't fact check. Obviously, I just talk about it from my memory. Maybe I should fact check and should go and look up videos and stuff and to just talk about it. But I'd rather be real with you guys and just talk with you from the dome. But we've had videos. I said videos. We've had an incident in the 60s or 70s with an alien or a UFO that crashed down in Roswell, right? I think it was. And then we had Area 51. And then that turned from a spaceship to an air balloon. A military air balloon. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that's a bunch of baloney. I think we hide a lot of things. But honestly, I think we do it for the greater good. In my personal opinion, this is me. My personal opinion, I believe we do this for the greater good. I believe we do this because we want to protect our people from going into a panic, from going like, my whole life is a lie, I believed in this, this is not right, this is wrong, you know. Because I feel like people will do that. People will go and just go overboard because their whole life they believed that God was created us and us alone. And I can't imagine that you could sit back on your chair, out on your lawn chair, look outside, look up into the sky, see all these beautiful stars in the night sky, and not wonder, like, is there anything out there? I don't believe that you can look up and think that we're the only ones. No way. I will quote Jeff Goldblum. Life finds a way. There's life everywhere. Believe it or not. There is life. Life always finds a way. And I believe we covered up a couple of things with... you guys know about the Men in Black? The Men in Black, not Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. No. I'm talking about the real Men in Black. The Men in Black that... I've talked about these guys already, but I'll bring them up again. The Men in Black that actually go to your house and I don't think they threaten you. I think they show you what can happen to you if you tell people about the aliens that you saw. Now, if you want to call that a threat, call that a threat. I call that a promise. Okay? Threats are what could happen. Okay, a promise is what will happen. It's the fucking truth. Let me tell you that right now. It's the fucking truth. And everybody's entitled to their own truth. If you want to believe that God exists and there's nothing else out there but us, then believe it. If you believe God exists and he made more than one species, believe that as well. If you believe that there is no God and that there's just life everywhere in this world we live in, this universe that we live in the span of if there is a multiverse or not, then believe it. That's all you. You are entitled to that. It's your beliefs. It's what you believe in. I'm spreading what I believe, and that's what I believe. And with that, guys, this is a 46-minute. Actually, it might be a little shorter, but I believe this is a good end to our story. A little fun podcast. I will do another one. With that, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined in on this podcast. If you guys watched and enjoyed it, thank you so much. If you guys are enjoying this on the podcast, like you guys are just listening, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I'm sorry to everybody. I wasn't available to do podcasts. I was really thinking about taking a mental break. Not because of my podcast, but because of what's been going on in my life. I'm going through a little bit of struggle right now, but this podcast, me streaming and my girlfriend playing video games and smoking my cigars are pretty much what keep me like steady and okay. Even my job keeps me alright. I like going to my job, man. I like going to work. That's why I'm kind of messed and fucked up that my hand hurts. I'm gonna lose a lot of hours. So guys, thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. Jesse, if you watch it, man, love you, dude. You too, James. Have a good one, guys. Mahalo.